It's the one night out of the year where it's not about the race, it's the place. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bristol. It is a late summer night here in Bristol, Tennessee on this last Saturday in August. Two races left until the NASCAR Cup playoffs begin at Richmond, and the stakes have never been higher. Last week at Watkins Glen, Dylan Murray became the second driver to pull off the weekend sweep of all the races on any given weekend. He won the truck race and Xfinity race on Saturday, and then won the Cup race on Sunday. One thing we do have to note, though, Dylan Murray qualified the middle of the field for tonight's event. This is not the place you want to be because laps happen really fast. Here, Kurt Busch qualified on pole earlier today. Got 125 laps. Full contact racing is a full contact sport tonight. As we look at the scores of the race, Denny Hamlin struggled in practice. Timmy Hill changed engine. And Kurt Busch qualified on pole earlier this afternoon. Racing's a full contact sport on a late summer night. Kurt Busch, Martin Truex lead him down. We're underway in Thunder Valley. Coming out of turn 4, Dylan Murray definitely left a hole. Logano was willing to leave it, but we're only a lap in. I guarantee you late in the race, that white 22 is glued, that yellow 22 is glued to that bottom of the track. As you can already see, there's two differences right there in terms of what's the better groove. Reddick's trying to make a run on the top side. Dylan Murray is able to close in, and he'll take a much shorter line here in turn 1 and probably clear Tyler Reddick here coming off of 2 contact. Dylan saves it. But you can definitely see Keselowski, he's got a decent car. He's able to hold on the high side. But he's able to get around Kyle Busch and set his sights on older brother Kurt. Now Dylan sets up Truex, gets a spot from him, and the 14 of Clint Boyer. Lamar was able to try to settle up on Kenseth. He is a multi-time winner of the summer event here. Winning back-to-back, and got a car sideways. William Byron, he gets really sideways. He's able to straighten it out. And as we got a new leader up front, Brad Keselowski, he was able to get Kurt Busch really loose. And he falls to third. Kevin Harvick takes advantage of that. Harvick's kind of trying an upper groove. Keselowski sort of middle and upper groove running right now. As Dylan Murray just bullied his way past Christopher Bell to take the spot. Well, the contact there. Now Dylan moves to the high side under attack from the 95. And there goes Bell. He gets loose again off of 2, very similar to what happened with Byron. Newman gets Murray up the track. Already a lot of contact up front early on in this stage. Bell forced his way on Dylan. Newman forced Dylan up the track. Now he's going to go try to pay Newman back. You can see here, Brad Keselowski is running into very heavy lap traffic. That's the joys of having long green flag runs at Bristol. Traffic gets thick. Keselowski's going to have to pick his path carefully so he doesn't get in an accident and damage his car. And with that gap, that allowed Kevin Harvick to close in big on the 2. But Harvick got trapped by Timmy Hill. Dylan's going to close in, get by Harvick for second. And he's going to get by those 2 lapped cars and set his sights on Keselowski. He was the winner of the spring event here in May of 2020, when the colored pandemic first began. That started picking up steam. It was when Joey Logano and Chase Elliott had that big dive bomb moment late in 3 and 4. And that basically opened the floodgates for Keselowski, as Dylan Murray has taken the lead from the two, and he's gone at about a second and a half. Now Keselowski's battling with the 4 of Kevin Harvick. He was a winner of the other short track race that we ran on Saturday nights, one of 3. He won the Martinsville night race for the first time. And look at this. Look at some of the names up here. You got Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin. Good thing Chase Elliott has those 2 wins, because that is not how he wants to run in order to make the playoffs. Denny Hamlin, he struggled in practice yesterday and qualifying earlier today. And believe it or not, Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin could very well go lap down by the time this stage is over. And they probably will. Both of them got really sideways. Elliott goes a lap down. And there goes the 11 and Denny Hamlin. Look at that. Daytona 500 winner Ryan Preece is back here. He's a lap down. About to go a lap down with Bowman. Ryan Blaney's also back here. He struggles a lot. In fact, when we were looking at the points situation, even though Ryan Blaney and Logano were the 2 highest drivers without a win as of right now, Logano's pretty much in the playoffs, so that brings it down to 5 open spots. All Blaney basically needs to do is have a good run tonight, but I've just heard crew chief Todd Gordon that he is wrecking loose. He almost wrecked there coming out of 4. He's looking for a big adjustment here at the end of stage 1. As Dylan Murray has continued to lap several drivers, he's already got close to half the field a lap down, if not more, here very shortly. He's got by 96 of Suarez. Here with 4 laps to go. Harvick is still 3.5 seconds back, but he is in some very heavy lap traffic. Three to go. There's Jimmy Johnson back here. He's hoping to stay out of getting lapped. This is going to be his final start ever at Bristol. For a while, this was not one of his best tracks, but he did get a couple wins. He won the 2010 and 2017 spring events races here. And he could very well be in danger of going a lap down, because Dylan Murray putting on a very torrid pace right now. As they come out 4, Jimmy Johnson stays on the lead lap. Dylan Murray will win stage 1, followed by Kevin Harvick, Ryan Newman, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, William Byron, Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, and Clint Bowyer in the top 10. Here are these stage 1 results. Look. Martin Truex did not get the end and win that that stage. So in fact, he got caught in a little bit of traffic as well. So Ricky Stenhouse is the free pass. It is time to crank it up on a Saturday night here on TNT. Oh, Kyle Busch got a terrible start there. He really backed up, and Dylan Irwin almost got into him. We got Ryan Newman, race leader, Joey Logano, and Kevin Harvick battling for second. Logano has the spot. So far, it looks like the inside lane is going to be dominant. Bell has the power off for sixth. Now, Kenseth is going to go to the high side, maybe add a little bit of momentum to Harvick. And that's one thing about Bristol and how this track has typically ran in the past before they started adding the sticky stuff down. Is it's a one-lane racetrack, usually. When it's a one-lane racetrack like this, guys that try to run the second or that third lane go backwards in a hurry. So it's like a conveyor. So you see here, Ryan Kenseth has got a lot more power off the top side now. He's running that top lane. Like this situation up front between the Penske cars and Harvick. You can see Keselowski's on the high side battling Harvick, but earlier Joey Logano was on the high side and just couldn't get the momentum down. And they were able to get by Logano and move him to fourth. Out front is the sixth car of Ryan Newman, who is leading here in stage two. You see Keselowski up high, Logano down low. For third, quite a bit of clusters here up front. Once Newman gets to him, that'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. Both the Penske teammates battling for position. Keselowski with the win, Logano without a win, but a lot of points, and he's probably been the most consistent driver without a win this year. I'm sure he'd like to see one tonight. He's pretty much in, even if he doesn't win until the checkered flag at Darlington. He's had a very consistent season. Same with Ryan Blaney. So he could just realistically finish these next few races, and he's pretty much in. All he needs to do is finish well and not have any issues. As we got a monster cluster up ahead between Kevin Harvick and Ryan Newman. Harvick has been working Newman over these last few laps. They got a car blowing up. It is David Reagan. NASCAR is watching for oil on the track. So far, they're saying we're still green. Harvick again getting held up by the 49. He gets by him quickly. There's Dylan. He's caught up to the back bumper of Newman, and he's able to muscle Newman out of the way. Moves Dylan to point. Newman trying to come back 3 wide. A little bit of contact there. John Arnauchek had to slam on the brakes to gather it up and not getting hit by Harvick. Newman with another shot. And there it is. Oh, he's on Newman. You can tell Dylan's mad. He just shoved him into the corner. Oh, Newman's into the wall. Here comes Harvick to the point. That brought Logano in all of this. Dylan Murray was really mad at Newman. He gets into Logano a little bit. And he's got a huge lot of cars. There's Harvick 3 wide with Buescher. Drops back, 10 to go. Look at this massive cluster. Got a wreck. Harvick, Newman, leaders, crashing 3. Caution. I guess I'll let Logano get a piece of that. Getting set to go back green. A little bit of damage to Logano, but he's good. But we're back racing. Logano trying to challenge the inside of Harvick for second. Dylan Murray is trying to get that apex off the corner. He's able to do that. 6 to go in stage 2. Lets the car roll through 3 and 4. Okay, 5 to go now. Got 39 cars still on track, top 5. Dylan Murray, Ryan Newman, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, and Brad Keselowski ran out the top 5. Ryan Newman, he did get into the chase of the win. We got a crash in turn 1, or turn 3. Dylan Murray crashes and wins the stage. Ended up getting loose going into 3. It's set for the final stage. So now we have 16 cars on the lead lap. Christopher Bell is your leader. Green flag. Got 65 laps to do it. Logano getting already popped out of line. Yeah, he got big time popped out of line. Newman almost loses it here. Big cluster. Newman around in front of the field. Yellow. Denny Hamlin got back on the lead lap after taking advantage of the wave around on that one. So Newman got turned around. Had 2 Toyotas on the front row for the final stage. And this restart, green flag. Logano playing pinball here with Dylan Murray. He's done that a lot tonight. Gonna force him in there. He has to gather up from to avoid running at Kurt Busch. They save it. Kenseth is battling for the lead with Christopher Bell. So now we got everybody trying multiple lanes. Truex up top, Harvick middle, Stenhouse bottom, 3 wide. Very dangerous here at Bristol. Nearly 4 wide for a moment. Harvick thinks better of it, which is very wise of him to do because 4 wide is stupid at Bristol. Out front, it is Matt Kenseth leading here in Bristol. They got Stenhouse trying to pass Byron for 4th. can see there's not going to be a whole lot of give right now. Byron's trapped on the high side. He's going to have to fall in behind the 5. Kenseth is the same way. Looks like Keselowski was going to let him in. Stenhouse, however, shut the door. Stenhouse to 5th. Big contact. Came across the fender of Kenseth. Possible damage on the 42. Yeah, he came loose and got into the left front of the 42 car. Now 4 there. The 2 and the 3. A lot of damage to that left front. Another contact there with Busch for 2nd. Dylan gets by Kyle. Now move up him to 2nd spot and try to chase down Brad Keselowski. See how things shake out there on this Saturday evening that's about to turn to Sunday morning here for a few of us. Preview out east watching this race live on TNT. Treating yourself to the Dylan Burway show. It's been kind of an interesting dynamic from the beginning. Not a lot of yellows. Well, we had 3, 2 for Stevens, 1 for Ryan Newman and Kevin Harvick getting into each other. And well, we had 4. Joyland and then Newman got spun again in front of traffic, so it brings it to 4 caution flags on lap 78. Keselowski on the high side gets by Quinn Houff. 47 to go. Keselowski trying to look on the high side to get by the 17. And it's funny, he's going to try to do that. He gave him a little bit of a shot. Looks like he's trying to follow Keselowski, so he doesn't have to break ankles. Chase Elliott in a huge wad with guys like Timmy Hill, Justin Haley, McDowell, and puts Dylan into the wall. We are still green. 35 laps to go. Keselowski makes quick work of Chase Elliott and Austin Dillon, 2 drivers who expected to have better nights. Frankly, as Chase Elliott falls another lap down at this point. You know, if things keep going the way they are, there could be a possibility for them about 30 or so laps. What about fuel? Tires? Bristol typically doesn't have long green flag runs like this, and this has been the only long green flag run of the night outside of stage 1. So it could be rather different dynamic, to say the least, when it comes to guys coming to pit lane if they'll make it to the end without a yellow. And Dylan Murray has caught 2 Keselowski. As Dylan goes around, keeps it straight almost, but the caution comes out. I was saying caution earlier. You needed one. Not really in the best way. So that brings us to 18 cars on the lead lap. Green flag is out, 35 laps to go when we get to the line. Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski, two drivers that don't like each other very much, lead him down. Keselowski has the advantage over Kyle Busch. And Kurt Busch almost got spun. Newman goes around again. Dylan gets spun in the barrels. We got a crash. Another one. Decorum may have just broken down here in Bristol. Gives us 19 drivers on the lead lap. Green flag. And arrow doesn't matter when you're in Bristol. Look at it. There is some damage from Dylan hitting the barrels. Not much. Nothing major anyway. He is. Arrow doesn't matter, so I guess we'll just see how it goes. See if he can try to make it through the field. And Clint Boyer is sideways. He saves it. Look at this huge wad of cars up ahead. Got Stenhouse, Truex, Johnson, Byron, Jones. Now it's a two-horse race out front between Brad Keselowski and Kevin Harvick. Keselowski, a two-time winner of this race. One-time winner of the season at Pocono. Kevin Harvick has already won a few races this year. Who's going to want it more? Is it going to be Keselowski? Is it going to be Harvick? It'll probably be both, and because it's the Bristol night race, you'll wreck anybody to win. And Harvick does play rough. So if he gets to the two car, it could get interesting. Especially in heavy traffic. Bill Murray all over the back bumper of the 19. His truck's out of the way. He's going to take the spot, almost. He's tied up there. There's Eric Jones, and the caution has come out. For Michael McDowell, I believe. He's up against the wall in turn one, reportedly. Night's gone from bad to worse for him. So now we have half the field on the lead lap now. Green flag. There was a flat tire on the 34 McDowell that caused the yellow. As Dylan Murray and Eric Jones banging side by side, that does allow Keselowski to pull away. Ooh, Eric Jones forced Dylan Murray into Christopher Bell, who's going to take the 95. Whoa, Christopher Bell. And Newman. 4 wide, huge cluster. Byron into the wall. All right, Dylan's mad at Eric Jones. Yeah, he's slipping. He's been smoking now. Eric Jones almost got turned. And there goes Eric Jones into traffic. Caution is out. So Daniel Suarez gets the free pass. This yellow. 15 to go at the line. And Hamlin turned in front of traffic. Decorum has really begun to break down here at Bristol because the Bristol crowd loved that one. Hamlin obviously didn't because he's trying to run him down. Now we got two Penske teammates on the front row. One driver with one win, one driver without a win. This could get dicey. How about Ryan Blaney? He was a lap down at one point, and he's back up there in the top 10. The top 15. He's having a solid turnaround night. Not the best, but decent enough. As Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski continue to battle up front, Jones is getting very loose. I'm surprised he hasn't wrecked yet. As they'll move Jones up the track with a contact, a lot of contact. Wow. Out from the ninth. Keselowski, Harvick, Busch up front. Kyle Busch is no stranger to success here in Bristol. It could get rather dicey here on this front stretch. 2 races left, and then the playoffs. Joey Logano without a win in fourth. This might get ugly. Truex with an amazing save, 3 wide off of 4. I don't even know if anybody's even done that. But Dylan Roy's made it work tonight. Logano's on the bottom. He's going to pull even with Kyle Busch getting out the backstretch. Move Joey to the point. Now it's where Dylan Roy's going to start feeling him out a little bit. Oh, he got him up the hill. Side by side for the lead. Murray has it at the line. 4 to go. Crowd on their feet. Murray up high, Logano down low. Over to the wall. Contact. Logano. Big mess. Busch gets T-boned. Oh, Logano got T-boned. Wow. And it means we are in NASCAR overtime. Madness at Bristol, especially in this final stage. We had a long run going, last 30 or so laps. A lot of yellow flags. Kevin Harvick got an amazing launch coming out of turn 2. Big jam up ahead. He's going to come out forward. You will see the white flag here in Bristol. Heading out turn 2, Dylan Murray trying to make up all he can. Newman too far back to try to use the bumper. They come out of 4 for the final time. Kevin Harvick wins the Bristol night race. And whoa, okay. Bit of an interesting development on the cooldown lap between Dylan Murray and I believe the 11 and Denny Hamlin. Hamlin is not happy with the 5. there's probably a few others. And the line to the principal's office just got longer. Because Ryan Newman is mad at somebody. And we're watching the Merway Hamlin situation. Anyways, Kevin Harvick has won tonight at Bristol. Ryan Newman finished second. Brad K third. Logano fourth. Kyle Busch fifth. Martin Truex sixth. William Byron seventh. Christopher Bell eighth. Dylan Merway ninth. And Ricky Stenhouse rounds out the top 10. Stenhouse, Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Clint Boyer, Tyler Reddick, Darrell Wallace, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, and Kurt Busch round out the top 20. And then 23 cars ended up on the lead lap at the end of this one. Kurt Busch had a strong car early on, but got tight late. Ends up 20th. And there's lots of people surrounding the 11 and 5 teams right now. They said TNT knows drama. They're really knowing it tonight. Dylan Merway and Denny Hamlin having some heated words, to say the least. And Kurt Busch comes in. They're talking as well. So we'll get onto that. But we got a bigger issue here with Hamlin and Merway because it's getting a little animated down there on pit road there. And that's when the officials step in. Oh boy. Anyways, Kevin Harvick has just joined the one driver with 3 wins category, getting out of tie with Chase Elliott and Kurt Busch and Martin Truex. So he's got 3 wins out of that Chase grid. Ryan Preece is obviously in, so he's basically got to make it through Gateway and Darlington. So take away the schedule for next week. We're going to be going to St. Louis for the first time for these NASCAR cars. Labor Day weekend, Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, the NASCAR Camping World setup over on Speed. Saturday night, the J-Ski 250 coverage for that begins at 6 p.m. Eastern with Busch Pole qualifying for the Xfinity cars. And then Sunday at 2:35 over on TNT, we'll be qualifying for the VFW 400 with the race beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT Labor Day weekend. So, quite a bang-up race tonight. Kevin Harvick is your winner. So long from Tennessee.